What's going on, guys? Ricks here, and today, as you can see, I have a little bit of a different backdrop behind me today. I moved my building table and my space into a different area, which allows me to have more area to set things up, and then also more area to build with. But in that process, I did damage my D&D mock just a little bit, so we're still working on getting everything set back up in here. So for today, I've got some really awesome things to show you. I have a buddy that had an old Bricklink store, and he was emptying a lot of stuff out. So he sent me all of the old pieces from his store and minifigure parts and all sorts of awesome things, and I'm going to go over with you guys today. I think some of y'all will find some of this stuff really cool. We're also going to be showing off, let me see if I can find one here. This is just one of them. This is my character here, Yotris. But we are going to be showing off some of my D&D characters from my current D&D campaign. I think you guys will really enjoy that as well. They're going to be put into the mock later on. So yeah, other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. I really do hope y'all enjoy. And if you do, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys later. Peace out. Alright, so without absolutely covering my build table, this is just some of the boxes of pieces that I got from my buddy. There are 10 in total, so there are actually 2 more down there. But it is insane. All of these are sorted, so we've got tiles, plates. I believe number 10 there is the minifigs on parts. We've got some random pieces that are like larger and whatnot, slopes. These are modified plates, brackets, that kind of deal. You got bricks and modified bricks, and then these down here are Technic, and like round pieces like studs and whatnot. And then there's also 3 entire bins of nothing but minifig parts, and they're sorted by legs, torsos, and heads. And then we have a bin for just the accessories. It is insane. I've already found quite a lot of just classic and anything from like the 80s to the 2000s. Not a lot of newer figs, so definitely going to show some of those off. I think some of y'all might find some of those older figs cool. And then yeah, so I'm going to pull that bin out and go through it and show you more in depth what is in the minifig section. But like I said, this is just the pieces alone. You can imagine how much my collection has grown just from having these. So, but yeah, let me get that bin out real quick for you guys. Alright, so this is just one of the bins I've been going through that's got some of the minifigure parts in it. Like, I believe in here somewhere there is a couple pieces to Tonto from the Lone Ranger, and then some newer figures and whatnot in here. And then I have these bins over here on the end that also have minifigure parts in them. But so far, this is what I've been able to either put together or interesting parts that I have picked out. So, Jay and Kai here both, I believe, are some of the first adaptations of them. I don't know this snake's name. I just know he's from the Rise of the Snakes season. But still pretty cool. Zane as well. And then we have the Goat Herder. This character from Dreams here, I also do not know his name because I don't buy a lot of Dream sets, but he is a really cool figure. He might fit very well into the D&D stuff. We have some classic figs over here, along with, as you can see, some of the NBA figs that they came out with the spring legs, and then some parts here to this one. We haven't found the helmet yet. We've got some of the other classic figs that we found in here, some of the Adidas players. This is an original Darth Maul here. We have some more of the spring legs, and we've actually found several of these legs, so I'm hoping there'll be more complete figures to that in there. We have found a lot of the Mars mission, or Mission on Mars, I can't remember what it's called, the Aqua Raiders, all sorts of stuff. So I can't wait to start getting some of those built. But yeah, this is what we found so far. I think a lot of these are pretty cool. I found like 4 of these Goat Herder torsos alone, so I guess we're going to have a lot of Goat Herders now. I don't know what to do with all those. But yeah, so yeah, these are some of the figures that we've picked out. definitely excited to find the rest of the ninja as well. I did find some of the parts to the Golden Lloyd figure from the final battle set, so I'm hoping that I can find the rest of him as well. But yeah, so let's jump on over. I'll show you guys some of the D&D figures that I've been building, and that'll be it for today. Alright guys, so without revealing too much of what's going on in the background over here, I just sat them on this white base plate here so you guys could see what was going on. So currently this is one of the parties we've been running with for a campaign we recently took a break from. So I'm going to go through each of the characters here and their classes, if you can't already tell with some of them. And yeah, so we'll jump into it. So for the first one here, I actually used the torso piece from one of the CMF figs, and I can't place which one it was now, but this is one of our bards here, so I figured this would go perfectly for him, especially because I used this head, so I needed something to match it, and then I snagged one of the D&D figures, yellow ear hair piece combos, but this is our artificer here. I used the steampunk CMF figure, and then what I did is I took a black head with a piece for a firefighter and turned it upside down and backwards, which gives the eyes for our artificer because he's a robot. So I wanted something that stood out and was unique and wasn't just one of the molded heads that LEGO makes. So I think it turned out pretty well. This gives the best representation of what his character is. So then we have our barbarian here. It is a satyr with a custom-made great axe on the back here. And our satyr has this spiked armor that they run around with. So I tried to find an armor that fit that pretty well, but this is about all I have that fits the look of the armor that they're wearing. Then we have my character, who is also a bard. I didn't know that we already had a bard going into this campaign, so there's 2 bards now. It's fine. It'll be fine. So I chose a dwarf bard. So he mainly has a fiddle, and that's literally about it besides his spell casting. So I put his fiddle in his hand, and one of his most distinguishing features is his feather hat, so I had to give him that, which funnily enough actually came from the figure that this torso came from, so perfect. And then we have our ranger, who is a gnome, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what it was. So of course I had to build a awesome little figure for that. His character's a bit older, so I thought it'd be fun to give him this slick back gray hair. So yeah, I think it turned out well as well. So, and then this one isn't even part of the party. This is just a custom figure that I built. Has the dragon head from the Dragonborn Paladin. And then I believe these pants right here came from, I want to say a blacksmith maybe, or like maybe one of those minifig bins from the LEGO store. But yeah, I threw on, these are some custom molded pieces from a company. So I got those and threw on him, and I think it turned out really well for this one. And then we have our last, but certainly not least, one of my favorite characters in our campaign. He's our rogue, and this guy is constantly like stealing stuff, picking up anything he can find and selling it for money. So our party is just rich all the time. So I put him with a hand sack, a chest full of stolen goods, a wagon that says "Pay thy taxes," and he's running around and just stealing a bunch of stuff from the town. It's awesome. And I gave him the steampunk guy's head. I thought the monocle and a little curled mustache just fit his character perfectly. So yeah, honestly, I think I didn't have a lot of parts available. This was before I bought all of those parts for my friends. So right now, this is the party. They may change in the future, but yeah, I think they fit in perfectly with everything that I'm doing. I currently have them up on the path by the blacksmith. But yeah, and then peep the mimic in the background over there. But no, this is yeah, this was fun to do. If you can think of anything else I should add to the D&D mock, be sure to leave it down in the comments. And yeah, I think that's about it for today. Let's head over to the outro. Alright guys, so that is it for today. I really do hope y'all enjoyed it. Definitely working on some more things for this D&D mock. So hopefully in about a week or two, I will have a larger update coming. This was just something that I wanted to get out there and have posted because I knew it had been a while since a video had come out. So expect in about a week, maybe 2 weeks, there will be a large update coming out. I've already got about half of it edited. It's about a 20-minute video, so yeah, definitely I hope you guys stick around to come watch that. We've got some really big stuff being added to the mock, so I cannot wait to show it to you. But other than that, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and like I said, we will be doing that giveaway. We have decided that the first place winner will get a 3-in-1 medieval castle set. It was the one that came out, I want to say about a year ago, maybe. And then second place winner is going to get not one, not two, but 3 D&D blind boxes for the minifigures. And then the third place winner is going to get a medieval or D&D themed keychain. Lego, of course. So yeah, definitely make sure you guys subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.